many of us go to the gym here? When you go in, what do you see? From the front desk checking you in, to the bodybuilder dudes in the back corner, everyone walking on the treadmills, or even the clothes you decide to wear that day. It's not something we give much thought to, but if we step back and realize that even something as simple as a gym is very different in other places, like in Saudi Arabia, where women are considered an inferior gender, the style of dress is restricted, as well as the way we greet each other is different. First, I'm going to talk about the gender roles. Saudi Arabia is a country in the Middle East. They hold a lot of rules and are particularly strict towards women. Women don't have many rights. For decades, Saudi women have been unable to make major decisions without the permission of a male or wali, which is an official guardian, typically a father, brother, husband, or uncle, but they are slowly gaining some. For a matter of fact, this past year, women just got the right to drive. At Fitness Connection in the US, everyone is welcome no matter the race, age, or gender. Fitness Connection knows the importance of everyone having the right to a healthier life. In fact, they understand women and know it can be intimidating working out in front of different people, that they have a separate area in the gym called the Women's Center. In Saudi Arabia, Fitness First, it's an all-women's gym. They were allowed access to a personal gym September of 2016. EmiratesWomens.com states, although it's hard to get a license approved for an all-women's gym, they are allowing it to encourage Saudi women to embrace a healthier life. At first, the gym was strictly to lose weight. That is, now it's widely accepted, and women can take different classes like boxing, dancing, or swimming. Although the gender roles are very different, Fitness Connection and Fitness First both offer many amenities to their groups, such as group classes like Zumba, cycling, and HIIT training. Secondly, I will discuss the style of dress. Fitness Connection is a very accepting gym. Unlike other gyms in the US, where guests are required to wear a shirt at all times, Fitness Connection, men are allowed to be shirtless and women in sports bras if they want it. In Saudi Arabia, Fitness First, that is unacceptable. The women are required to have their hair covered with a hijab, which is a religious Muslim headpiece that must be worn in public. The country is very strict on women's style of dress, and women cannot have their bodies or hair on display. Daily Mail UK made an article talking about how the government of Saudi Arabia shut down the entire gym because of a woman for wearing lycra, which essentially is spandex material. Wearing any skin-tight clothing is not allowed, and the government shutting down an entire gym because of one lady and improper attire shows how serious the country takes their style of dress. LonelyPlanet.com shows that the dress for men in Saudi Arabia is more flexible, but most men, depending on their social status or jobs, must wear those, which is an ankle-length long-sleeve garment, but to the gym, anything goes. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the social customs. Social custom is how each culture greets or encounters with one another. In the US, we portray low-contact culture, which means we use language to express our thoughts and how we feel. For example, in Fitness Connection, they demonstrate low-contact culture. When they greet you at the door, they ask you how your day is going, and there's always someone to check you in and make you feel welcome. Communicate.com says Saudi Arabia is very high-contact culture. They rely on other communication cues such as body language and eye contact rather than using direct words. Because of the nonverbal cues, they won't give you a very welcoming greeting, and often you must check your own self in at the gym. Although gyms all hold a specific purpose and are there to help you reach your fitness goals, they are all very different in other countries. Something as simple as a gym can be very unjust and unfair, like in Saudi Arabia, where they segregate the gyms with having all women gyms, the strict dress codes they have in place, as well as the way they greet you at the door. Gyms are an example of how there can be many cultural differences in different aspects of life in other countries. Cultural differences are important because they positively or negatively affect people's daily lives and set the rules of how people live their life in different parts of the world.
Well done.
It's